allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no wan make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary na him be number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
gbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Nyesom Wike.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presidiot bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Nyesom Wike.
Máyégún ti dé.
Gómìnà kówó jẹ Máyégún máa wí. Nyesom Wike. Máyégún ti dé. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Sunday Sermon with Máyégún live. And sorry for the late start. I ran into a little bit of technical glitches earlier. And but I'm here now. The only thing is that we won't be taking calls tonight. And that is sad because if I had started as planned, we would have taken calls so that everybody can come and react, to what I have to share with you. Now, I want you to possibly see me as a vessel, right? That is bringing to you, the pieces of information, right, that will likely help you to stay informed and not, intelligently deformed. So please, after reading the caption of this broadcast, take your time to read after reading the caption, rather, take your time to read the description, okay? Like the broadcast, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Máyégún today. And if you have already done that, thank you. So, not until this evening, right? When this afternoon, rather. So, when I shared, the available sort of a video evidence of Werey Wike, not until then, I didn't know that there were actually many people that wanted the story of Werey Wike collapsing, having a stroke, being flown to France for medical treatment. That is why he missed thiefnubu's birthday dinner yesterday and so many other things. So not until this afternoon, I never actually knew that some of you genuinely, wanted the story to be true. Because I have actually had people, okay, who have started bombarding Máyégún's diary political, that Werey Wike's video that is making the round on social media right now, that it is an old video. They even cropped out a part of the video, this part on the right, where they said, look at the date, 2023, Eid al-Fitr. And I am like, not until that time, I actually didn't know that a lot of you really, some of you really actually wanted the story to be true so bad that anybody that tells you otherwise, must have compromised or is trying to push a propaganda, because to you, Werey Wike don't die. Nigerians, man. He's dead. Like the way they pray they want it to actually be the true story, forgetting the fact that the 2023 Ramadan started from the 22nd of April. I'm sorry, 22nd of March, 2023. And it ended on the 20th of April, 2023. Shettima wasn't your Presidiot. Bokuwari was your Shettima wasn't your Vice Presidiot. thiefnubu wasn't your Presidiot. Bokuwari was your Presidiot. Pastor Ruga was his Vice. And Moguno was your National Security Advisor. But just so shy, you know that a lot of them actually wanted the stories to be true, that they don't care if Werey Wike wasn't a minister in March 2023. thiefnubu wasn't your Presidiot in March 2023. I just thought we should clear that before we go fully into this, because the whole drama started from last night when thiefnubu's ministers plus, Shitty Man and the others, his appointees, right, and some state governors or APC governors, they were inside the Assholerock yesterday, where they organized a dinner for Koolu, and it's called the 73rd birthday dinner for thiefnubu. And they all said a lot, including thiefnubu himself. And yes, Werey Wike was missing. Okay, but we'll come back to that of Werey Wike, because he finally showed up today. And some people said it doesn't look like Werey Wike. The voice is not his voice. He looks fresher. He realized that this, he did France. Okay, anyway, we'll get to that part. So let's start everything from last night, because from part of what we have to share this evening, right, is the part where the Arewas are actually threatening a retaliation on the Southerners because of what happened in Uromi, in Edo State. And I'm talking about putting out statements like they are just waiting for the end of Ramadan. And other people are also the Southerners too, are telling them that no wahala, go ahead and try anything stupid and then see how it's going to play out on your own people in the southern part. So that too, we're probably going to touch it a little bit. And before we go, it's mostly a boring night for some of you, because we have to share Koolu and his praise singers when they are having a good time, telling themselves that they have done so well. Your economy don't turn corner. You are now in recovery. thiefnubu, if not for thiefnubu, by now, Nigeria and none of you probably would have become refugees somewhere else. Security has improved so that the Fulani terrorists and other terrorists right now, they have repented. So this and more are the accolades they are kind of piling on thiefnubu, including Akpabiole, the usual asleek of your National Assembly. So let's go check it out a little. First, the praise singers from last night.
My last trip was at the World Bank, and I was extremely happy and joyful when a senior member of the World Bank team walked up to me and said, if I'm to recommend the best president on the African continent today, it will be your president. She told me if you ever get the opportunity to speak to him, mention to him that we're rooting for him. She also mentioned that they're already talking to many countries in Africa to come visit Nigeria and learn how to kickstart a reform, but also stay true to it. Mr. President, your resilience, dedication to a better Nigeria, but also focus as a leader who doesn't give in to threats nor pushback is one thing that as a young man I've taken away from my experience as a minister so far. The privilege you've accorded me to serve my country is one that will stay with me and my family and my generation for the rest of our lives. And my prayer, Your Excellency, is that your hard work on this nation will not go to waste, that everything you've shaped for us to ride on to build a stronger nation will not only become fruitful, but it will become fruitful while you're still here with us. The Nigeria indeed will become that great Black and African nation.
Thank you and happy birthday. Only a leader with deep conviction and love for country could have taken the bold yet necessary decisions you've made. Decisions which have averted collapse and are now restoring hope and confidence across the Federation. As I've said before, and I want to repeat it tonight for emphasis, millions of Nigerians believe that if you could not fix this country, it means then that all hope is lost. I'm pleased to say that and to confirm that you have not disappointed us so far. Through your purposeful and transformative leadership, Nigeria has regained its footing and is now moving forward with a renewed determination towards a future of greatness. You have reignited the Nigerian spirit of ingenuity and resilience. You've given our people cause to believe in the nation once more. And under 2 years, you have already secured a place in history through your bold reforms and a legacy of service. So what can one wish a man of prodigious intellect, political mastery, economic acumen, and genuine compassion on a day like this? Just to say that only God will continue to preserve and strengthen you for Nigeria. We still need your leadership. Mr. President, silver or gold, we don't have to give to you, but we will always pray for you, for God to strengthen your determination to write a befitting history for our generation and generations as unborn. Once more, happy birthday, Mr. President.
Congratulations on your 73rd birthday. On behalf of my family, my constituents, the Senate, and the entire National Assembly, I respectfully write to wish you a very happy and a peaceful 73rd birthday celebration. Your Excellency, sir, your leadership, your vision, and dedication to our great nation, Nigeria, remain models that shall inspire future generations. As the President of the 10th Senate, which you labored to produce, I have the privilege of working closely with you, and I must say that your passion for Nigeria's progress is remarkable and contagious. I must also confess that you are bold, courageous, and visionary, attributes which shall place you positively in the annals of Nigerian leadership history by the end of your tenure. Probably the greatest and most audacious president Nigeria had ever produced. In your 73 years on earth, you have pursued a political career marked by challenges, implementing transformative ideas and demonstrating qualities of a true democrat, principles that aided the modern-day Lagos state, and now renew hope for Nigeria's future prosperity. Sir, I want to acknowledge your indelible role in the formation of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in 2013, which successfully challenged the dominance of the then People's Democratic Party in 2015. You did that. There is no doubt that your support was instrumental to the victories recorded by President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and the APC in 2015 and 2019, even though they failed to make you a NEC member. But they call you leader of the party, but not a NEC member. And the NEC takes all decisions, but you remain the leader outside the NEC. As the president of Nigeria in the last 2 years, sir, you have demonstrated.
So that is what psychophancy looks like. In case if some of you are seated there, maybe, I don't know, like you are angry, like, what the hell? I won't stop this video, John. That is what psychopathy looks like. Okay? The people in charge of Nigeria, right? They sing the praises of themselves. They even give themselves award of doing well. thiefnubu, the greatest president you've ever had. It took bold decisions. There are generations yet unborn. Okay, we'll be grateful to him. Fancy words. Listen to this. What do they call them again, by the way? Maiduguri, Karl Marx, last time, you know. Shitty man.
Who keep the wheels of our nation turning. The movers and shakers, the visionaries and the voices of reason in the ever-dynamic theater of governance. Tonight, we do not merely come together for iftar. We come to honor a leader whose political journey has been defined by courage, sacrifice, and commitment to Nigeria's progress. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not just a man who plays the game of politics. He is the man who rewrote his rule book, often at great personal cost. And today, as we mark his 73rd birthday, we do so with the understanding that Nigeria is witnessing a presidency unlike any before it. The goodwill he enjoys today as president, from political actors across divides, from institutions long hesitant to embrace reform, and from allies who have stood the test of time, is not a coincidence. It is the fruit of alliances painstakingly built over decades, of bridges constructed when others only saw divisions, and above all, of the sincerity of his passion to serve. This is a president who never chooses.
The guy will first go to Wikipedia. After that, right, it will go into the dictionaries and begin to use the wordplay. Unfortunately, his tongue, his accents, right, will likely make some of his words mean different things. You know what I mean now? So his listeners, even though he wants to sound like an orator, so you get. So for example, now if it's, when it tells you that thiefnubu foot is leg, right, in the ring, I'm gonna foot is ring in the foot is leg in the ring, for other people, and kind of like when it begins to mix them up that way, you are going to get lost in all that he's saying. So that's why I have to save you that stress, okay? I don't know which of them is worse. The man they are doing the eye service, hypocrisy, singing his praise and all of that, right? He himself believed them. He actually believes that, thiefnubu actually believes that he is your Abraham Lincoln alone. He thinks he is doing something for your children. And there are those that actually believe that. Why? There are those that believe that, okay? And you can't help them. We can't help them, okay? However, I'm going to let you listen to thiefnubu now. After everybody sang his praise and all of that, you are the best thing to happen to us after Agege bread. Honestly speaking, right? You are the best thing to happen to these people, this generation, after the invention of sliced bread. And Koolu believed that too. And he came with his own accent, Definitely, like the professor, our own astute professor, that is on Norwich, Koolu last night.
I was thinking of running at the time that you all carried the banner that, yes, it's the time you run. Well, I wasn't afraid. I was looking at the hordes. And Prince Eludoyin, I listened to your remarks. Years back, I've been together in the struggle, in exile, when the military was really, after all of us, we are here. Nigeria is a great nation, and I'm very, very grateful to all of you here tonight. Grateful to Almighty God for what He has done for me personally. It wouldn't have been possible without the grace of God, the blessing of it. Those who are very close to me knew the odds were very much against me. One of them woke up to my living room at about 3:30 in the morning during the campaign. I said, he needed only 50,000 to take to our uncle because they have no food stove. And you see there, the currency is gone because of you. No currency to cash. People are jumping the counter in the banks and all of that. Your uncle is wealthy and has no 10,000. What are you running for? I said, for president. I'm not running for my uncle. I'm not running for me. For president. He said, okay, give me 50,000. I gave him, I can never forget. When he was about walking out of the door, he said, I don't think you'll make it. I said, sure, I'll make it. I said, you will come to me when I make it. You ask me for a job. I won't give you. He left. Not quite some hours early in the morning, I got a call from my uncle that he got 50,000 and he gave my cousin 10,000 out of it. So he's grateful. I was amazed. I almost dropped the idea of running. I've continued the race. But thank you, Masari. Thank you, all of you. The determination saying, I came to Abuja and Masari led a group and said, okay, I'm the chairman of Northwest Group. He said, don't look back. We know you are Nigerian nation. That's all the tonics that was necessary. And I'm glad you are here tonight. Thank you.
Nuisance leleyi.
Tinubu no get any uncle. Just so we clear that, because of children watching this video, or children that will likely see the video, see this video, you know, in the future. Thiefnubu has no uncle. Or a story of the Naira scarcity, change of Naira, which was a plot to stop Thiefnubu from becoming your Presidiot today. It was almost successful until from nowhere, Yeye Bello, El Rufaya, and Patawale, they all went to Supreme Court and they got a judgment from Supreme Court. They were all sitting governors. They knew then that the reason why they were changing the money was because of Thiefnubu. Because the report they had, according to Emefiole, was that Thiefnubu had over 200 billion naira cash to prosecute the 2023 presidential ambition. Cash, among other money anywhere, or just cash. So they said, you know what? Plus Thiefnubu, plus people like Thiefnubu and others like him, they will ensure that, number one, they will be forced to bring out the money, to come and change the money to the new notes. But because it's stolen money, this was a Emefiole technique. Since it was a stolen money, they won't be able to bring the money out. If they bring the money out, they will be arrested. If they don't bring the money out, it will become useless after the expiration of the change of money. I don't know, like somehow, Yeye Bello, El Rufaya, and Patawale, they went to court as state governors saying that their people were suffering. And the Supreme Court should take the power to determine when money is valid in the circulation or not. They even went as far as telling us that the idea of changing money was given to Bokwari, but Bokwari did not approve it. That Emefiole did it on his own. Today, that El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger, is crying about that Thiefnubu is a dictator. So Thiefnubu knows that. Everybody did know that anyway. I knew that. You should remember, change of Naira in Nigeria was done to stop Thiefnubu, and is thankful to the guys who came to his rescue. But he has no uncle. Okay, don't let your children believe that lie. This is the problem. You know, when you tell lies so much, you begin to believe your own lies. That's exactly what is going on with this Thiefnubu and his gang. He believes he has an uncle. Ask him now, what is the name of your uncle? They'll begin to tell you another story. They may even begin to attack you. So why are you asking? Do you want to shut up your mouth? Where is your own father? What is your own father? You know, that kind of thing, right? To try to somehow, you know, divert your kind of like your attention from the real thing. So Thiefnubu has no uncle, okay? He has no brother. He has no sister, except the ones he adopted, the ones like Deji Thiefnubu. Deji Thiefnubu is said to have been from Lagos. This particular Thiefnubu is not from Lagos. Historically, we should just kind of like clear that. But yeah, you know, when they lie to you for so long, you begin to believe your own lies. This is the part where Thiefnubu said that, you know, today is happy because, I mean, your economy is now coming back to normal and all of that stuff. So praising himself, making himself feel good. And if you don't agree with it, maybe you go to court, they will say.
We've taught management to ourselves. We've given value to lives. Our children are in school. They must study, we must invest in the critical education and opportunity. We must achieve food security and sovereignty for our country. All put together, not because of us, not because of today. I'm glad those who are here, those particularly the Senate President, means the dinner, we will leave, you can take a leftover. And if you have a brown envelope, we'll pack some. I will take to your quarter without reporting and harassing you for anything. But I listened to Bosun Tejani. When I picked him, it was tough. Even my very close nephews and cousins who read him on social media, they came at me and said, no, never. I said, yes, he's talented. Because he criticizes me and all abuses at the parliament and all this, doesn't mean that he has nothing to contribute. If only that frustration will make him contribute the more in a multiple way. And he's doing that. He's doing that today. I'm very proud of you. Thank you very much. So, it is a night that I enjoy. A night that I think 73 calendar years.
Nuisance Lele.
He's not 73 as well. Nobody knows thiefnubu's date of birth. He probably doesn't even know it himself. Nobody knows his mother, except for a few people who said they knew his mother back in Iraq, the mother that thiefnubu actually disowns. So he's got about 3 different dates of birth. I'm talking about sworn affidavit to 3 different dates of birth. Anyway, they shall kind of stick to the one that the Supreme Court says his age must be his age or date of birth. And by calculating that, it simply means he's 73. But the man that is quite younger than him, like really younger than him, Werey Wike, who is said to be around the 56, 57. Yeah, that's the man that a lot believes that, you know, something is wrong with him. Including some of you possibly watching this video or watching this broadcast right now and telling yourself that Werey Wike is dead. Like, I don't know how that make you feel though, right? Because I was at a friend's place this afternoon and I was like, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know people actually wanted the story of Werey Wike having stroke, you know what I mean? Like, then, you know, being ambulanced to France. And some even believe that he is dead. I said, I didn't know how people, I mean, how strong people feel about this guy until I shared a video, right, where he led the delegation. We could call them the FCT delegation. Somebody is still spamming my comment section right now, right, telling me that, or telling us that that video of Werey Wike is not a recent one. It's 2023. You know what I mean? I said, I didn't know that people feel so strong enough that they actually want it to be true. Like, if it is true, there's nothing anybody can do about it. Oh, don't get me wrong. Oh. Remember that time of Lagbaja? There were those who categorically said, yeah, that Lagbaja was dead. And then, yeah, they came out and they denied it, of course. But we never get to hear from Lagbaja himself, ever, until they changed him. And then, yeah, nominated another person. And then they felt like it was time for them to come and now tell us that he's dead. I get it. All right. But the fact that, you know, a lot of you actually wanted the story of him having stroke and collapsing and even dying or receiving treatment in France to be so true that even if Werey Wike stands before you right now, you probably will agree or believe that he is cloned. Do you see how easy that works? Eh? You see how that works? Some of you probably won't even like me for saying this. Because to you, and I think say this might even get sense. Well, this might actually this guy itself don't get any sense. He's posting old video. Eh? I tell you, they've gotten to this guy. If we can say, I did the airport when it happened. I saw him when it collapsed. He was drunk. They put him in that. People will be telling you that. But the saddest part is that in another 1 week, majority of them that feel so strong that he is dead and they were actually going to abuse you or attack you. If you say, well, I don't have any other evidence other than this one, okay? Right? If you have any evidence, maybe you can even share it with us rather than just being abusive and cursive because you desperately want the news to be true. Anybody who says it is not true, that person must be an enemy because Wike must die as you wish. So today, like the conspiracy was great yesterday. I'm talking about for those people who are like pushing it. You don't know that he looks sickly. Can't you see that his kidney has kidney failure? Can't you see that it's this and that and all of that? So because I read a lot of these reactions. Okay. So when they now saw a video of Werey Wike, right, showing up at the Assholerock villa, those who are a little bit smarter, are adjusting their own story. They are saying, no, what happened was that he became very drunk. They know the deal, but again, they are smart enough in order not to be caught off guard. Well, he was so drunk, then he collapsed. So they rushed him to the hospital. That's why he wasn't at thiefnubu's birthday dinner yesterday. That today they've revived him. And that is why he had to come out today. Others are saying, no, it's old video. That week I saw them where they carry him for coffin, whether they carry him go France. I saw him as he collapsed. I said, that's minister, he died. Oh, I wish I took picture. Man, I wish I made a video. You will know. I was there. You will see people will say, see, that's how mad, how crazy Nigerians can be, just so you know. So in case if you see anybody arguing with you on social media right now, right, about this, okay, just know that this is how mad, how crazy Nigerians can be, okay, especially if they want something to be so true. It's not different from those who defend the APC as well, right? And then they will tell you that, I swear to God, honestly, So you get me now. So this morning, it was then reported, today is a Salah, supposedly it's Salah, right? Where it's the end of Ramadan. So Koolu went to pray in Abuja. Then upon return back to the Assholerock, it was Werey Wike, paying this, usually every year. It is believed that apart from the governors, the lawmakers, his own ministers, especially minister of the FCT as well, kind of lead the delegation of what they call the community leaders to go and pay homage. Homage, it's called. So when he showed up today, right, it became more like people were focusing more, trying to find out and say, is that him or somebody else? Is that new or is it fake? So to the people that believes that Werey Wike, that wasn't Werey Wike, and this circled part of that card he presented to thiefnubu today, they automatically believe that this is 2023, even though it is clearly 2025. However, using the logic of 2023, again, which no make any sense. thiefnubu wasn't your Presidiot in 2023 March, or April rather, it wasn't. Shittima wasn't your vice Presidiot in 2023 March, April. And the Badump wasn't your NSA as well, just so you know. And Werey Wike was still the governor of Rivers State. Here you get now. March, April 2023, Wike was still the governor of Rivers. They said, no, it's AI. AI. Okay. Enough. Let me show you the AI with the Wike that probably came from the dead.
That we, the residents and leadership of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, have the privilege to visit Your Excellency today on the auspicious occasion of Eid al-Fitr. We congratulate you and the Muslim Ummah on the completion of 30 days of fasting, prayers, sacrifice, and supplications to Almighty Allah. This visit marks a historic moment as it is the first time the FCT residents have had the opportunity to extend our greetings and best wishes to you in person during this blessed period. We are truly delighted to be here. Your Excellency, permit me to say that today is not just a day of festivity, but a moment of profound reflection on the essence of Ramadan and the significance of Eid al-Fitr. The holy month of Ramadan teaches us the virtues of patience, sacrifice, self-discipline, and devotion to Almighty Allah. It reminds us of the importance of compassion, generosity, and unity, values that define us as Nigerians. In the spirit of the holy month of Ramadan and the joyous celebration, we pray for your good health, that of the First Lady, the Vice President and his family, and your entire family. May Almighty Allah bless you with wisdom, strength, and divine guidance as you steadily lead the affairs of our dear country towards greatness. Your Excellency, sir, as the leader of our great nation, your unwavering dedication to fostering unity, good governance, and national development inspires us all. The residents of the FCT are deeply grateful for your leadership and the initiatives being undertaken to enhance the well-being of all of us. We reaffirm our unwavering loyalty and support for the renewed hope agenda and pledge our continued cooperation in ensuring the success of exemplary programs and policies. Mr. President, the delegation before you today is a reflection of the rich diversity of the Federal Capital Territory. It comprises representatives from all spectra of the nation's capital, including religious, political, traditional rulers, heads of security agencies, officials of the FCT administration, members of the media, and ordinary residents. Despite our different backgrounds, we are united in our unwavering support for administration and the renewed hope agenda. This unity demonstrates the collective commitment of the people of the FCT to national progress and development under your visionary leadership. Mr. President, we in the FCT administration remain profoundly grateful for the unparalleled support you have extended to us. None of the significant strides.
No. It's a long video, so there's no point in playing everything, okay? So if you think that was an old video of Werey Wike, raise up your hand. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Left or right? Yeah, me, I am right. There's a reason, oh, let me know. The hand you normally use, oh. Raise it up. If you believe there was an AI that generated the voice of Werey Wike, raise up your hand as well. I know I can't see you, but just do it. Come on. Up. I'll tell you what we're going to do. There's something around that, okay? So if you believe that video of Werey Wike greeting or leading delegation to go and see thiefnubu, and then he presented a card of Salah card to thiefnubu. If you believe that was April 2023, raise up your hand. Yeah? God bless you. Now raise it up, up like that. Now do like this. Eh? Now knock yourself one like that. Try it. I know you won't do it because it's going to be like knocking yourself back to life. But it's all right. Okay? I'm not here to change your reality if you don't want to, okay? Because at the end of the day, the reason why we have a social media, okay, is that to have access to all this information, all right? And yeah, you can judge things by what you can see. And of course, if you suspect that's AI or something like that, it's fine. You see, these days, right, we do not have a problem of information anymore, but we have problem of intentional misinformation. Intentional in the sense that whatever is going to help your own bias or what have you, right? People just want to believe it and push it. And then sometimes or all the time though, they want it to be true. Okay. Anyway, that was Werey Wike. So they now presented something to thiefnubu, a card, and thiefnubu himself, right, also said few things. Don't worry. Once I feel like it's boring, I'll change it. All right. So I cut it into two. Here is the first part. Hosting Werey Wike, thiefnubu this afternoon.
Just rebuild, refurnish. The Honorable Minister of FCT, Master of Infrastructure, Nyesom Wike, thank you very much today. My Lords, Chiefs, Grand Cadi, Sharia Court of Appeal and President of the Customary Court of Appeal, all area council chairmen, senior government officials, political leaders, stakeholders in FCT, all religious leaders, traditional rulers, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Eid Mubarak. Welcome to the State House, and congratulations for being here, and congratulations for a successful completion of the Ramadan period. And let's see, it's almost out of the way. We give thanks to Almighty Allah for sparing our lives to see the beginning and fulfilling the end of the Ramadan. We started with prayers, we end with prayers. We commit ourselves to discipline the faithful, supplication, and the wish and the teachings of Allah. That has taught us self-discipline, restraints, understanding, sharing, partaking in the family value that will always bring us together as one family. We thank Almighty Allah for granting us the wisdom and tolerance in our ways to do that. I could see the diversity of men and women here. I must thank the Honorable Minister of FCT. It wasn't any way other than a privilege to be the landlord of every one of us in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. And when he started, he came up with a lot of good ideas to liberate the bureaucracy, bring forward-looking progressive thinking to the administration, and given the opportunity to many other ones who will have, and many of you that will have still be hindered by bottlenecks. The Independent Civil Service Commission and all of that ideas that we discussed, to give opportunity for upward mobility and promotions that is consistent with the civil service structure, the area council structure, the indiscriminate development in the face of
nuisance lele.
Koolu looks like it looks either like Johnson or it looks so exhausted at the point where it started like just making up words to sound alive. You know, upward mobility for the progress by the civil servants or civil service commission and all, you know. Anyway, that's Koolu. So in that clip, right, he categorically praised Werey Wike, okay? He spoke about Werey Wike's, you know, stellar work in redesigning, fixing the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, you know. Werey Wike, the land grabber, man, that's no wonder. That's why a lot of people actually wanted him kind of like dead. And so if you die, and come, you don't die with that. I said, but I'm saying none of us have any control. None of us has any control over, you know, when anybody is going to die. Okay, so stop kind of trying to make yourselves look important in that regard. I don't cause them. You go see what you go up with. Okay, none of us has control on, you know, except if you physically have to kill anybody. All right, so. The point then is this: the likes of Werey Wike and gang, okay, they believe that they have this advantage. And the advantage is if wishes, you know, were really horses, beggars who ride. That means if it was that easy, or if it is that easy for so many of you to probably go out and effect your wishes on them, right? Probably would have killed half of them by now, but they know that you won't do that. And therefore, they know that, you know, wishes won't change anything for them. Werey Wike looks weak. It looks sick. Nobody has a clue what probably is going on within him. There have been people who said he's alcoholic, like really, really alcoholic. Latuaruno, that's a chin, by the way. I don't know, I feel a little bit famished, so I just decided to have them on the side, right? So, the other part of thiefnubu's talk, I promise you, after this year, I won't show you thiefnubu again. After this one.
Just rebuilt, refurnished. Thank you. Yes. So we wouldn't have been able to open our mouth to even celebrate if not because of the progressive ideas that you brought to play. Today, we are living at peace. The security is improving. There is satisfaction in our houses. The hunger is coming down. Food prices lowering. We are able to go to the market and do business. And our diversity, belief in ourselves is getting stronger. We are not looking for magic. We are looking for results. We are looking for comfort. We are praying for good health. We're looking for a carer, somebody with their heart. That this job is not about him, about me, it's about every one of us. And the diversity of Nigeria is being proved by Nyesom Wike, strengthen that diversity to develop prosperity, showing that we are all members of one family. Building together, living together in the same house, but we are staying in different rooms. We belong to one family of hope and belief in Nigeria. These countries are ours. I thank all of you for believing in that, for the cooperation, collaboration, and believe in the positive idea that we can live in peace and harmony with one another regardless of ethnic, religious diversity and faith. I thank you. All I need to appeal for is the tolerance that got us this far. We had the lessons of Ramadan. We must continue to abide with that. We must continue to share. You must continue to remember those less privileged people, the orphanage, the widows and widowers, the have-nots, believing that we can share both in joy and in time of needs. And we can believe that Nigeria is greater than any one of us, including myself as the president. I'm just a custodian of your trust. It's only Almighty Allah that gives power. And he says, if I give it to you, you must use it in the righteous way. You must be humane. You must follow my teachings and do great things to show that I granted you that privilege as a temporary banner of faith, article of faith, that I'm the only one who can take it away from you if you don't know how to use it. thank all of you. Let us build together, continue in harmony. We can do great things in Nigeria. It's true. Surprising to some, eh? So many. Yes, Wike is not from the north, it's not an Hausa man. It's from the southern part of Nigeria. And the ability to walk in the center and the northern part of Nigeria is yielding fruits, positive results. That is a very good reflection of our diversity that must use for our prosperity. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. May just bless all of you and bless FCT. Thank you very much.
Koolu. So your diversity to create prosperity for you is by you all coming together according to thiefnubu. All talks, you know, just talks. Anyway, more we leave Koolu. We've had a little bit insight into what went down from last night to this afternoon. A brother is said to have returned from South Africa. He's been living in South Africa for a while. While there, he was sending money to his own brother in Nigeria for housing projects, according to him. Meanwhile, his brother and the other member of the family, right, colluded to defraud him. They didn't build any house. So when he came back and he started asking for his house, according to him, they just tied his hands, tied his legs, and they took him straight to an Islamic cleric's place. They said he was mad. That he came back from South Africa and he ran mad. So I don't know how guys came across him. Now he's asking for the people's help from the family that has, the family that has originally or officially certified him as mad. Okay? I don't know if you probably will look at this, any of you will look at this and say, I recognize this guy, or he used to be in South Africa, or maybe he's actually mad. I don't know. Because what you have in that contraption right now, it be like say the entire asylum, mad people don't take over them seriously. And you know, if you see mad person, you can say, that person is mad. If they come this your way, you go that way. But how do you treat people who are yet to show the normal physical traits of a madman or mad people? So here is the story of this brother, all by himself.
I based in South Africa with Cape Town. My name is Bayo Salami. That's my real name. My company is Kuvuki Empire. I'm one of the top models, top promoter in South Africa. So I've done many wonderful shows from Davido to Whiskey to Bakidawi to M.I. Kuvuki Empire. Kuvuki EMPIRE.
Send the website.
KooluEmpire.com, but it's under management now. But you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. Play my YouTube for them. My family, I just arrived to Nigeria, and based on the family issues, I'm asking for my properties and everything. They deny that they see other development. I don't complain. I told them, okay, no problem. Let me go back to where I came from. And they told me that they have to go to somewhere, which one Alpha will pray for me. Because when I get there, I can have a blessing from God. I said, it's all right, you're my family. Who I am to judge. Who I am to tell my family. They do all this because of my own achievement and my own progress. When I arrived there, one Alpha just told me that I should come inside the room. Meanwhile, I'm thinking that maybe she wanted to pray for me. Suddenly, he just pushed me inside one room. Now, I saw some people there that are there for like 6 months, 1 year. And their living conditions very terrible. Okay. I was like, what am I doing here? So, throughout the day...
So when did you get here to the first place?
I'm going to go to 17 days now. 17
days?
Yeah.
So how have you been feeding yourself?
My family, sometimes they deliver for twice in a day. And the living condition there is very terrible. I wish everybody can go there right now to go and confirm the living condition.
Why did you take it there?
I don't understand. I said because I'm smoking cigarettes. If I went to Dubai, they don't drink alcohol. There's no cigarette in Dubai. It's a Quran Bible. There's no fast against cigarettes. I'm not a drunkard. I've just check my page on my Instagram. What I've done for the Nigerian industry. See the way I look like now. See the way I look like I'm homeless. I'm not insane.
So what happened today?
Today, I don't know, those guys have already planned something today. I'm like, it did yesterday, I'm new to them. So I've been there for 8 months, 7 months, 5 months. So then, because they're living like anarchists. Like we are the leaders of the house, the boss of the house. Okay. So sometimes they bring food for me. They collect food from my hand. My sister bought mats for me. They put the mats from my hand. Like, because I have to give to number one of the house. Which I don't want people to touch my body or all this thing. I combine by the law of the law of their house. Okay. Sorry for my because I'm under stress.
I understand.
So now, anything they give you money, the number one was collect money for my hand. You can't say anything to them. Someone like this one, imagine this one don't reach my last born of the family. All my brothers now, I'll give them my Instagram now. They are big bossing and they don't know where I am.
So when did you get to Nigeria?
I came to Nigeria on Christmas. Last year Christmas. No, last year's Christmas.
Where did you come from?
No, Abuja. I based in Abuja. I just arrived to Ibadan. Now up to 2 months. I came to Ibadan. No. So when I arrived to Ibadan, I'm staying in a hotel. Before Cosmo Hotel. In Ajibo there. Yeah. So then my other brother stay in Lakoto. Lakoto. Before Osaji.
How many years did you spend abroad?
23 years.
23 years.
Yeah. Totally. South Africa, Malaysia, Cyprus, from West Africa, Koolu, Ghana, Togo. The same name, go to MC Batman, go to my Facebook. All my generation of my life from 16 years old to today. Anyway.
I mean, it happens in Nigeria where your family can conspire by luring you into some healing homes. It's happened. We've had people who are like, there was a time I shared a video of a young man who lived in the UK. He was in the UK here for 9 years. Got master's degree here in the UK. He returned back to Nigeria. His family members took him to a healing home where they shamed his hand, shamed his leg for 4 years. They were beating him because he was smoking cigarettes. This guy, which the video you are watching happened somewhere in Ogun State. I'm sorry, somewhere in Oyo State, from what we heard. So now, I actually went on to go and check KooluEmpire Empire on Instagram. I even searched for it on Google. And the number one thing on that search was his, the number one search, or the number one result on the search engine there happened to be his Instagram page. I'll show you. So his family members that he said he gave money to for a project to build him a house. When he returned back to Nigeria, 2 years ago. Now I heard it's 2 years now. So 2 years ago, they took him to a healing home, where since then he has been in that quagmire. But truly, Baba, now why they go do this guy this bad, man? I went on to go and check his page on Instagram, and the guy is right. He's into production, this, production, that. Yeah, this happened to be his page. So you can even see him in the middle. You see him here. That's him in the middle. Okay, these are like years ago, 200 or 230 weeks ago. That's like years ago. That's the young man. So do you want to see what? I mean, he said he lives in South Africa. He's lived in some other West African countries and all of that. It is true. He is into promotion or what have you of, other artists, this and that. It is also true. I didn't want to go too down, but you can tell this was him a few years back, before his family members in Nigeria decided, look at this now, before his family members decided to do him dirty. They have actually done him dirty. And compare that to what he looks like now. Anyway, I saw that earlier and I was like, oh, more. May God not allow them, may they kill you. As a young man there. So he actually had a life. Let me go back to anything recent. Let's try something recent. That was him trying to repost himself to, like the good old days, 27 weeks ago. Yeah? That's him. The guy that looked like a madman right there. Yeah? Kuvuki Empire. Really sorry, bro. Imagine your family. Right? And this looked like a South African terrace, by the way. I don't know. About my cousin who took pictures like this on their balcony there. Yeah. Anyway, that is Nigeria for you. It is a place where they said that it is like the weapon fashioned against us. So when you're praying that all weapons or no weapons fashioned against you shall prosper, just know that, remember to also name the weapons fashioned against you. Nigeria is one, and it can eat you so hard. Now, from what I have also gathered from the streets, okay, from what I have gathered from the street, somebody said that if he was Werey Wike, he would have addressed the rumor that he dies and all of that stuff. I know. Only become possible. Nigerians, if you grab them for one place, if you hold them like this, they go squeeze them, go turn to here. If you try to hold them from here again, they go put head there, you go realize, hey, you don't the whole shirts. Only buying lojukan. The saddest thing about some of you is that in another few days, when the talk of Werey Wike's the conspiracy of Werey Wike dead or not dead, once it is so clear, majority of you will just pretend that nobody you strongly believe that this guy was dead a few days ago. So that's why there's no point. You get me now? There's no point in probably arguing with you. You want to believe it so bad, hold on to it. Don't let it go. If you believe that Werey Wike is dead. Some of you said that, I saw a comment where somebody said the video and the lips, they are not syncing enough. Not today. So does that mean that if my video and my voice are no longer syncing for some technical reasons, that means I am cloned or I am dead? Somebody else is using my image. Abi? Anyway, Shama Oliver. You see what happened in Uromi, which has now triggered the supposed Arewa influencers who have continued to see if they can instigate any form of violence against the Southerners in northern part of Nigeria. You see, people have tried. There are those, again, this is another one. There are those that no matter what you want to tell them, that the available evidence showed that these guys who got killed in Uromi, they are not Fulanis, they are Hausas. Now you will see the typical Nigerians, okay, they will say, that's what they want to believe. I mean, They want to believe something else, okay? They will tell you that these Fulani terrorists have been killing our people, which is true. And therefore, we have to deal with them. To say, but these ones are not Fulani. Well, they are the same, John. They are the same. They are the same. Anybody where we see from northern part of Nigeria, see, have you seen the route? If you are going to Kano from Port Harcourt, you go straight like this. Uromi, Edo State. See this straight road. It's not like a straight road like that. So it's like that, but it's kind of like straight now, and which is like they will find their way from Port Harcourt straight to I think Kogi or something, Lokoja Road or something. So Edo State, where Uromi is here. Look at my hand. Let me see if I can put the camera straight. So you see this hand. See this hand. Let's say this is the road going to Kano. This is Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt here. Kano here. So you drive like this. Yeah, you drive like this, and you go to Kano. 15 hours drive from Port Harcourt. 15 hours. Uromi is here, or let me put my hand here, or Uromi is here, this microphone. So which means people that are going to Kano, what they can't do for here? Is it that they are coming from Port Harcourt here, can't turn left, go Uromi, and then they'll find their way back here to continue their journey, or what? I have seen some of these theories, okay, but the verdict is that, one, people who have become victims of the Fulani terrorism in southern part of Nigeria, I am talking about families who have actually experienced the Fulani terrorism, right? They wouldn't mind. It's just going to be like tit for tat. You know, that is what jungle justice is. You say, well, I don't care. If I can't see any Fulani to kill, if I can see any Kanuri or Hausa, they are all the same. You kill them. That is what you call the jungle justice. And that's what some people are trying to double down on. And don't forget yesterday when I said something about the failed system, which indeed really, really fueled this level of jungle justice and killings. I promise you, those people don't deserve that kind of a death. They don't deserve it. But the level of biases that the entire failed system has sort of built in us will make you disagree with me. And I understand, but that won't change the fact that those travelers killed, they've committed no crime against the people that actually killed them. From the reports, for example, the driver, which they said they killed the driver, but the driver didn't die. They didn't kill the driver. So the driver who came back to analyze what really happened, right, said when they got to Uromi and these vigilante guys came on board, they searched them. They saw their Dane guns and what have you. They saw their ID cards. But while they were doing all of that, just one of the vigilantes just said, and these people are Boko Haram, Joe. They are Boko Haram, they are bandits. Boom, that's how things got out of hand. From that moment, the crowd, everybody around was like, Boko Haram ke, bandits ke, Boko Haram ke, with what we don't see for this place, Now died and they. Just for the record, okay, just for the record, there's somewhere I'm going with this, okay, just for the record. Just about 3 to 4 weeks ago, yeah, just late last month in February, the people of the same Uromi, they made this SOS kind of like Save Our Soul appeal online. And in that video, they also said, if nothing is done to protect them from these murderous Fulani terrorists in their community who have sent some of their loved ones into early graves, they will take the laws into their hands. Unfortunately, the day they were to do that, it wasn't against the Fulani terrorists that are terrorizing them. it is some innocent travelers that some of you probably don't want to believe they are innocent. They are not innocent. Waiting, Hausa hunter they do for South. Waiting, can you go? I get all of your reasons why you think they deserve this, okay? But I'm saying this to you kindly, that they do not deserve what happened to them. It is the failed country that made that possible, and it happened to them. They are the victims of a failed Nigeria, unfortunately. You see, the people of Uromi, then, who made that video, I would possibly have said, yes, well done, if this encounter actually took place in the forest. You get what I mean? Like in the forest, go, where like you mobilize, you enter the forest, you found them, you engage them, and whatever happens in the forest stays in the forest. I would possibly be on their side for that. But that's not what happened here. Like I said, 4 or 5 weeks or so ago, they made this video. Just a throwback.
But mama never make us a baruba in me. Indi Benny, Oga, they found when they walk. Cow don't chop and finish. Nothing they inside the family. And the guiding now, I can't they put guided. I not go fit. So if you say don't come, I bet make on a help us. We will pursue the normal commodity. Make nothing. Ezoku. Look at Kemewa. Look at Kemewa. Origi carry. Okay. Like my own farm. They carry Nama enter inside my farm. He taught more than 80 tubers of yam. Then the whole cassava went inside. He destroyed all of them. So I don't know where to start from. So what me and my children will eat now, it will be a very hard thing now to me. That's my own.
Like what my own too. For my farm, there is no single one cassava for inside again. Even my yam, self, the feed yam when I put down. Before I came back, day first day, all of them were chopped from the Nama.
Like my own now, my farm. Now so they still do one.
So do you get this now? And like I said, it would have made so much sense, okay, if the news of this jungle justice is like in self-defense sort of a report. You get that now? So I get it that some of you are even asking questions. Why didn't they hunt in the north? Why did they have to come to the south? If they were hunters in the south, where are the animals they probably killed? Do you understand? Like, people were asking different questions. I get it. All right? And you may not possibly even get all the answers. But the fact that the murderers, the kidnappers, the rapists, in some of these communities have been confirmed to be Fulani terrorists, not Hausa terrorists. There's a distinction between the two. Or probably that doesn't work where you have a lot of attention rising. Like I said, this was the driver, of that truck.
Na ɗauko fankane zuwa Abuja kamfanin mu kenan. So na zo Ilele a Nelson Trako sai waɗannan mutanen sakatare ne. A lokacin da sakatare na 'yan farauta ne ko mutanen Kano Reno local government. So lokacin da sakatare ne suna buƙatan za a je gida sallah. Sai nake gaya musu cewa kamfanin mu ya hana ɗaukar fasinja ga kuma ku ƴan uwana ne za ku je kuma ga kuna da yawa ba zan ɗauke ku ba to bayan mun yi haka na yi tafiyan kilomita 2 sai ni ga cewa na bar ƴan uwana a kudu kuma suna neman taimako ni ƙara juyowa ni zo ni same su suna mamaki ni ce ba zan iya barin ku a nan ba domin na san za ku je
saboda suna Hausa
saboda kuna ƴan uwana Hausa mu so mun taso lafiya ba inda muka samu cikas ko wani abu sai da muka zo uromi a nan uromi muka samu yan bijilanti sai suka tare mu cikin gari da suka tare mu suka tambaye ni mu ni doko wobil na zahirin kayan kamfani ne doko gashi wannan mutanen fa ce yan uwana ne na doko daga Fatako za su je gida sallah ko mutanen Kano ne sai ya ce ba ruwansa su sauko bai yarda da su ba to lokacin da ya faɗi haka ɗaya daga cikinsu sai ya hau saman motan sai ya samu karnukan su da kayan aikin su irin wannan ordinary bindiga to yana ɗaukowa yana saukowa sai ya gaya ma ƴan uwansa su ƴan uromi ɗin sai ya ce musu these people na kidnappers Boko Haram to yana faɗin wannan magana sai aka fara fasa min wuskirin shi ɗan bijilanti kumandan nasu shine sai aka fasa min wuskirin aka fasa min elgilas aka fara jifa na sai duka to lokacin da ni buɗe kofan yaron mota in fito to su kuma sun farma mutane na da ke sama sai kisa sai duka a nan dan bajalintin babban sai ya samu hinkom da wani da cijon da ake kira Haruna mu da yake Allah bai ƙara kwanan mu ba da wani ƙaramin yaro to a wani
So you get that. So that was the driver explaining how the incident happened and how it escalated so quickly. And the moment somebody said, these guys are Boko Haram, they are kidnappers, bandits, all hell let loose. So we initially heard that 16 people were killed, but we have now discovered that it's actually 19 people that were killed. But there were survivors too, because all of them were 24. So when they got attacked, got bombed down, they took all the same weapons they said they found in that truck, Dangote truck. And they took a picture. These are the guns that they found in their possession, okay? When we said they were Dane guns. So also the argument of other people is that for those who knows how the Fulani terrorists actually arm themselves and the kind of weapons that we have seen them brandish, all right? This does not, right, fit that kind of context. It doesn't fit that narrative. And yeah, you may have all the questions in the world on why and what are they really doing in southern part of Nigeria, but I probably may not be able to answer all of that because I'm not there physically. But based on the available information that all of us can see, and definitely you can at that point piece all of this together. And you don't have to live by conspiracy theories, okay? Don't ignore the obvious. If you say, I didn't know all of this before now, I just got to know now, or I didn't have access to all this information before now, now that I do, I'm going to reassess my position on what really happened, rather than just find means to justify it. For those who succeeded, I'm still coming. Like I said, there's somewhere I'm going with this, so. But for the record, so that those who are going to see this video in the future, right, they can have the same, have access to the same information you have as well, and maybe help from their own opinion too. It does help. One of those who survived the attack, one of those who ran to the police station at first and got saved, one of them had this to say, what really happened.
Assalamu alaikum, Baba. Wato masu kallo za su so su ji wato me yake faruwa da saboda kana ɗaya daga cikin waɗanda iftila'i ya kwaɗa masu a cikin wannan gari na Oromi. Wani bayani za ka yi muna da farko dai mai sunanka? Daga wace ƙaramar hukuma arewa kuma wace jiha? Bunkure jihar Kano to madalla to me ya faru a cikin wannan tafiya taku har aka samu na tsaniya.
Ita wannan tafiya ta mu da mutum da kwata da takwas. Sai tafiya mu samu matsalar komai ba. Sai da muka ga kurumi muka samu matsala. Yan majalisa suka tare mu. Dan ina ga mota. Sai sai ce direba ya sauko bai sauko ba. Za ce sai ya sauko bai sauko ba. Dan majalisa din fa mace ta tara dokar da manje da bulada. Shikenan mu dai ni ina kwaikon sa zaune. Sai na saba sai suka ce na saba su sauko. Na ce to me ya faru kuma? Ni dai ban ce kuma ba. Shikenan muna sai suka kawo saukowa. Mutanen da suna saukowa suna dukansu sai suka tara su guri ɗaya. Kawai suka kama dukansu aka. Majalisa din.
To daga bugu kawai shikenan daga saukowa sai bugu an ce sun yi muku bincike ɗaya bayan ɗaya. Ya gaskiyar magana take an kama ku da wani abu ne cikin binciken da suke yi?
Duk wani bincike da aka yi ba kama da komai ba da cikin binciken.
Amma ai binciken?
Bayan sun kori jama'a. Da majalisa ya hau da bindiga su da wuka ina yanka kayayyakin mu ina duba. Yanka kayan mai duba ya gaba kuma shi. Yanka kayan mai duba ya gaba kuma shi. Yanka kayan mai duba ba kuma daga kwakwa sai tsomo kada mu sai manja. Sai suka gaba daga wajen suka ce mu yan boko haram ne. Yan kirafin. To yan kirafin ya to da kare tun daga Fatakwal ito Kano.
Ba zai yiwu ba.
Kenan bindigogin da sun gani irin na maharba ne.
Bindigogin da na maharba ne.
To bindigar tana da lasin?
Tana da takardunsu da komai.
To madalla.
To da takardun namu da shi da kama sun dauko suna wasu sun karbe su.
To gaba ɗaya ku nawa ne a cikin wannan mota?
A cikin mota da mu 27 ne.
Ko 27 to an ce wasu rayukan sun salwanta ko ka san adadin mutanen ko nawa ne?
Wallahi wanda suka salwanta ba san adadin su ba.
Yanzu ku nawa ne a raye?
Yanzu mu biyar ne a raye.
Cikin ku nawa kenan?
A cikin mu 27.
Da ba a ga mutum 22 ba kenan.
To akwai wayanda suke asibiti ne ko kuma babu wasu wayanda suke asibiti?
An ce da mutum biya asibiti.
Bakwai kenan.
Said, I may never, no matter what I say or show to you, there are some of you that I would never be able to possibly change your mind. So I am not trying to. The story you believe was that they are Fulani terrorists, they are invaders. They came to invade the South, right? And they got caught, and the people dealt with them. All these things you are saying, now your own problem with that. I don't believe all these things. Fine, I get you. Okay. Well, like I said, the pieces of information that we have, right, can help. If it can help some of you now, it will probably help the future generation, when some of you by then probably will be like the older generation that we have today, who twisted every part of history and what happened just to suit whatever an agenda that they want to push. And at the end of the day, it kind of just help further keep the rest of us hating more on ourselves, and we can't really wait before we kill ourselves. So I may never be able to change your mind. To you, they were invaders. They were Fulani terrorists. They invaded our land with guns. All the other things you are saying right now, Mayegun, now for your pocket be that. Now you believe that nonsense when you they talk. See the guns they came to invade our land with. Do you get that now? Anyway, the younger one, according to that guy, Shai, anyway, said, when the vigilantes stopped them at Uromi, searched them, saw their guns, saw their dogs, they started questioning them, in which they actually shared their, they showed them their ID cards. So one of the vigilantes was like, well, these ones are kidnappers, Jerry. They are bandits. So the next thing was, they started beating them there. So when they had their own feel, right? It's like people gathering around and say, well, why are these people? Why are they beating them? They said they found guns on them. They are Boko Haram. They are Fulani. They don't catch Fulani terrorists, so they don't catch Fulani terrorists, so that was how they left them for the mob. So the vigilantes just left and they handed them over to this mob. So around that time, right? Only few, like this, like you have 24 people and out of 24 people, you're able to grab 20 of them, or you're able to grab 21 until you beat 19 to death. Others managed within that old rowdy time, they managed to escape and ran to a police station. True story. You know, listen to this one too. It's in Hausa for the record.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Masu kallon mu kamar yanda kuka gani muna tare da ɗaya daga cikin wato ƴan uwanmu Hausawa da wani ibtila'i ya faɗa masu a jiya kenan a nan cikin garin Oromi. Ɗaya ne daga cikin su nan kamar yanda za ku ji zantawa da shi dangane da inda sun ka fito da kuma abubuwan da suka faru. Ɗan uwa assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Ko masu kallo za su iya sanin sunanka?
Sunana Mustapha Alkasim.
Mustapha daga wani gari?
Daga garin Fatakwal.
Ok, kai ɗan wani gari ne daga arewa?
Ina Katsina State, Rimi Local Government da Mustapha ke zumi.
Madalla, to Mustapha yanzu masu kallo za su so su san me ya faru da ku lokacin da kuke kan hanyar ku a cikin wannan gari na Oromi, saboda labari ya zo cewa da yawa daga ciki wasu sun rasa rayukansu. To masu kallo sun san me ya faru har an ka kai ga wannan wato rigima wadda ta yi sanadiyar rayukan wasu daga cikin ku. Na'am.
To mu ne mun fita harkar nema ne, mun fito daga arewa zuwa garin Fatakwal. Muna harkar farauta, mun kuma gama farauta mun lami lafiya lau ba abin da ya faru da manyan can da kowa da kowa. Mun haɗa yana mu ya mun nufo arewa za mu tafi gida sallah. Mun biyo hanya zuwa garin Uromi, shine yan bujalanti suka tsaye da mu. Sakamakon bayan sun tsaye da mu sun fara jiragen da mu shine suka matsa mu ala dole sai mun sauko. Muna cikin saukowa muna ta mabaya da su suna neman su takure mu nuna ba haka ba, shine suka samu da kyar suna sauko mu suna dukan mu suna bugun mu muna su jira mu sauko suka gaza hakuri suka kama dukan mu. Suna cikin dukan mu ka sauko mun sauko suka tare mu wuri guda, shikenan yan kasa sai suka kama dukan mu suka tare mu, shine yan bujalanti din suka koma gefe suka bar mu da yan kasai. Sun kama bugun mu za su muna ganin garanti kashe mu za su suna ta duka shine wasu mu suka gudu. To daga cikin waɗanda suka gudu ni ma ina daga ciki, Allah ya tsiratar da ni. To ina cikin guduwa sai Allah ya haɗa ni da ƴan uwan mu Hausawa. To shine suka haɗa min kuɗi, suka biya min kuɗin mashin na nuho wajen sarkin Hausawa.
To alhamdulillah daga anan kuma masu kallo za su so su ji an ce an yi muku bincike, yan vigilante din suna ta sacin ɗinku da sun kai sacin ɗinku da mai suka samu, sun same ku da wasu makamai ne wanda har ya kai ga sun ka tuhume ku da ganin cewa kila ku wani ɓata gari ne, ya abin yake?
To maganar gaskiya ba wanda ya tsaya binciken mu, suna hawan mu daga sama, suna sabko mu suna dukan, ba wanda ya tsaya bincike, sun kama dukan mu ne. Da bayan sun gama dukan mu sun sabko da mu sun tara mu daga baya, wasu suka hau daga sama, shine suka samu bindigu namu na maharba da karnuka mu suka kama sauko su, wasu mu kuma an same su da guru wannan namu ne na kare jiki.
To tun da kayan maganar bindiga dama nan ne masu kallo za su so su san cewa wa'annan bindigu da aka gani.
Right, I heard M King said that why did they tell them what they are doing? They did. Baba, mob justice, mob. If you see them shout, ole, 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 that's why you will see it that even the ole, that is running, right? The people are shouting, ole, ole, the ole self will be shouting, ole, ole, ole. So that you that is coming to him, you should begin to run. So everybody will be running after and say, ole, ole, ole. Because run first before you explain. Because if they grab you, you may not even live to tell the story. The rest of the media will say, an ole was caught at Bodija today and was burned to death by the mob. The ole, will likely not be able to defend himself. Well, what do I mean likely? He won't be able to defend himself anymore. It's gone. That is how the mob justice works. Okay? There are moments that the adrenaline is pumping. That's moments that some of them who are already suffering from the PTSD of the Fulani terrorism. They are the same. Kill them. around that time, you can't have any chance of explaining anything. Unfortunately, like Director Scott put it, these Hausas, innocent Hausas, right, have become the sharer in the horrible, terrible PR that the Fulani have somehow, honed for themselves in Nigeria. The Fulanis that are politicians in the office, the Fulani terrorists that are in the forest, protecting the Fulani that are in the forest, kidnapping and killing people. So it's going to take a while. Like, it's even difficult right now to explain to my viewers the difference between Hausa and Fulani. To them, they are all the same. Milady Nelly Grace said what happened was bad, but I mean, it will send a signal to others to be very careful when they come to the South. It doesn't send any signal, man. It doesn't. Rather, it is events like this, right, that the fifth columnist, right, the people who have been benefiting from the divided Nigeria and divided people, where we have to like hate on ourselves, those who milk that, those who feed fat on our division that way, the events like this, right, events like this are what makes them thrive. Events like this is where you see them mix up history just to suit a particular agenda. For example, the Arewas who have phobia for the Igbos, some of them have been trying, right, to change the narrative that, you know what, this was done by the Igbos, because it's like they're going to need to begin to explain to their fellow people in Arewa, the Hausas, and then, partly Fulanis, okay? So the Fulanis would always like drag the Hausas into, their own madness. Meanwhile, they are number one victims in northern part of Nigeria today. The number one victims of the Fulani terrorism in northern part of Nigeria today are the Hausas. To the point that there is a documentary, right, where they had to interview the survivors of the Fulani terrorism up north, middle belt of Nigeria today. And guess what? Majority of them were actually saying that the government of Nigeria, that was under Bukwari, disarmed them for their brothers, the Fulanis. And they clearly stated that they are not Hausa Fulani, that if by tomorrow they have the chance, right, to harm themselves, they wouldn't mind going into a very, very bloody war with the Fulanis. And why? At the back of their houses, the Hausas in northern Nigeria, you will see one burial, one burial tomb or two or three of their family members slaughtered by the Fulanis. So it's crazy, right? That for anything outside their fake Arewa, because within that same Arewa, the Fulanis are the only ones killing other ethnic nationalities like it's nothing. Then outside their Arewa, where they are doing the same thing to other ethnic nationalities within Nigeria, the Fulanis and their Hausa stooges, right? They've always pretend to push a one north agenda, which makes people believe, or they want the people in northern Nigeria to believe that if anything happens to a Fulani, right, or happen to an Hausa person, just agree that it happened to a northerner, then we must revenge. We must take back our pound of flesh, including if we have to go after the southerners, kidnap them and beat them up, burn their businesses and even kill them. So this idea, this RNG is what is now being pushed. The Fulanis that are also killing the Hausas in northern Nigeria, they are now kind of pushing the, they are pushing this agenda of we are waiting for the end of Ramadan. And for them to be able to rally people around, the only way it's going to work is to say the Igbos are behind it. True story. It's online. I'm not kidding you. Some of them are now saying that the Iromi in Edo State is mostly populated by the Igbos, because they will need to explain who are the Iromians, who are the people of Iromi, What historical connection can they use, or historical hatred they can use to rally, the Northerners to do something, because they are talking about taking a revenge. So the Iromi will take a long time to explain and say, Nakwana, Enagejia, Iromi people have killed our brothers. And say, who are the Iromi people? Iromi. See, Edo State. Iromi, Edo. No idea. Edo, is that Abia? Say, no. Edo. Okay, don't worry, Sha. They are Igbos. Sure, you get. They are all the same. Because to this Marafocus, right? You see anybody from the from Ore, right? Going up into the creek. All of them are be Igbos. Now, no one say you are Igbos, you are Ijo, you are Yoruba, you are Ishekiri, you are this or that. So this blood-sucking, divisive terrorists, all of them are be Igbo. So if they want to begin to attack the Southerners, now this time, they already have their reservation for the Yorubas, since thiefnubu is believed to have betrayed them. Now, the agenda they are pushing now is that, listen, guys, we were waiting for the Ramadan to finish. Ramadan has finished now. So how do we go about instigating the violence that is going to be our payback? Baba, not for Yoruba people, for the Igbos. True story. Why people are also reminding them that you better be careful. This one is not 1967, 1968. Oh. If you go after the Southerners in northern Nigeria, and we see the videos of you attacking the Southerners in northern Nigeria, you better begin to find ways of how to move your own people down north from the southern part of Nigeria. So in all of this, right, it is always, if nothing is done, right, it is always going to be the innocent people, like what you just witnessed now, that will become the victims. So people are saying that if they open the internet tomorrow and they see this, whether na Hausa, whether na Fulani, attacking the Southerners and their businesses, when I go see the smoke from Ghana, you know what that means? You will see the smoke of a burning Nigeria from far away Ghana. You will see them for sky like that. So meanwhile, to give you an idea, take a look at this. These are the Hausas living in Benin alone, just Benin City in Edo State. So they said, try more or take a look and tell us, if you don't remember, we can remind you the distance between Benin City and Kano. Ofa Agonio, like Olofao. So if you begin to think, you can start killing Southerners or attacking the Igbos or destroying their businesses, and it makes it to the internet. Say hello to your own brothers in the south. Benin alone.
Police no go peace. As automatic order, nobody bad see. Nobody no go peace. For here, for the kingdom, they give military power. Say, not be security. You say you go peace. You just pass soldier. You don't pass police. Military, this competition why there for this country. Why say you no go stop?
Don't worry, you don't really have to understand everything is said, but I can help you. That young man, right? Like others, right? They were protesting the killings of these travelers. Okay? The injustice, They pass through the police, they pass through the police checkpoint, the military checkpoints, until they got to the vigilante checkpoints, and yeah, this happened. I have just one advice though, I do. The reason why a lot of people are primarily really upset, this one is just for all of us now to digest. Nigeria is supposed to be one country, right? But it is not. Nigeria was supposed to have a one constitution that everybody is under the same law, but you are not. So Nigeria is a place where it is believed systemically, right, entrenched, that the northern Nigeria, okay, is more Nigeria than the rest of Nigeria. But here is the twist. Hearing that, you may think being a northerner has a privilege than the southerner. That is not true. Except for the political class who have entrenched a system called the quota system. Even the quota system itself hasn't actually helped to improve the equality of, the equality among their people. It hasn't helped. Rather, the quota system that was supposed to help sort of like impact the lives of the people in northern part of Nigeria is a system put in place to help their own ruling class, the political class. Millions, majority of their people are still drenched or still kind of like drowning in man-made poverty, systemic poverty in that place. And their children are listed in government parastatals, agencies, ministries, and what have you. When there is money being shared based on this quota system to go and develop all kind of educational skills, what have you, in northern Nigeria, that too is siphoned, stolen by their ruling class. So an average northerner is a textbook definition of weaponized poverty because it is deliberate. So there's no special privilege for being a northerner that benefits anybody from that same north. But somehow, psychologically, they've made people believe that, the northerners, they have the privilege, they have a chance better than you, the southerners. It's so crazy, right? Quota system, the favoritism system, nepotism, right? Nepotism that is fueled by impunity, systemic impunity, kind of. It doesn't benefit the people directly. It benefits their oligarchs, the ruling class, the political class, and the rest. So you as a southerner, you are expected to put in so much effort. Okay? You have to prove your worth. You have to go extra mile to prove, right, your worth, or to prove that you deserve something. A northerner doesn't have to, and he won't. So that is why the ruling class, the political class, continue to groom. They continue to groom the few ones that can, that can read and write, who are going to serve as the mouthpiece for this ruling class. So again, Nigeria is a place where somehow, the southerners believe that the northerners are so privileged. And that, from that background, right, from that background is where the arguments that why were they allowed to move about with guns? Me as a southerner, I can't even carry I can't even hold a Dane gun inside Nigeria and say, okay, I've got a license and put my Dane gun, put it in the car. Really? But Nigeria is a place where a northerner is believed to be naturally violent. Can you believe that? I mean, I don't know about you. When we were growing up, a northerner, which back then was like an Hausa or Kanuri, the Fulanis are mostly beggars. They don't form any trouble for anybody. They just if you see them in the streets, in the cities, they are begging, including their children. So, but when you see the ones that you are like, these ones are northerners, Hausas, they are allowed to walk about with this jackknife. They call it dagger. And as a northerner, even if the policeman finds it on an Hausa man, it is like, hey, tefi, mutefi, kajiko, mutefi. you can go. But if they find the same weapon on me as a Yoruba man who probably doesn't even speak Hausa, right? Then I will be arrested inside that same Nigeria. So it's similar. When people see that, how can the Fulanis be carrying AK-47? How can the Hausas be carrying a Dane gun, traveling the country, and me, a Yoruba man, or me, an Igbo man, they're not bombing well to actually go about with a gun? What kind of a country is this? So naturally, the reactions that you are likely going to get when things like this happen is coming from that disadvantaged position of, so you think you can carry a gun if you are not a criminal. If they kill them, then I don't care. I don't care. Look at them. They can drive about with guns. But me as a Southerner, they're not bombing where to carry gun and say I'm going somewhere, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because as a Southerner yourself won't even want to try it. You get that now? Like, it is so imbalanced. This contraption is so imbalanced, right? That even as recent as what is going on in Nigeria right now, okay, whereby they will tell you that they've arrested the Biafran agitators, Yoruba Nation agitators, who have committed no crime, right, other than exercising their own democratic rights of self-determination. Is democratic. And they will treat them like they are terrorists, right? In that same contraption, you will see them parade, if they ever parade, the Fulani terrorists who have killed, ransacked, you know, raped, killed people, ransacked the villages, and what have you. Pardon me, okay? Sometimes I don't know how to control this my hand, or I don't get to remember how close some of these stuffs are to me. So, okay, done. Okay, everything done. Okay, where was I? So as a Southerner, you know, your what do you call that thing again? Your resentment is already coming from, they tend to have an advantage than me. So whatever happens to them, it happens to them. You know? So that is why we said that this imbalanced system breeds hatred, it breeds division. And actions like this, right, they are to help those who are promoting or those who are feeding from that division to have something to propagate or to push. Because last, the more we hate ourselves, the more we can't wait to kill ourselves, the better for the ruiners of Nigeria, as well as their supposed business empire, Nigeria.
I don't read all classes. You know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF. Double F. That is his name.
That is his name. Bokuwari. Anyway, we'll go sleep, okay? Thank you so much for your time. And a very big thank you to those of you who have been like reaching out, like supporting my fundraiser as well. Okay, thank you. So I have now raised £420. That's just 4% of what I intend to raise. And I want to raise 10,000 now. Probably I won't finish it until 2029 or 2028. Right. I'll leave it at that. So, but anyway, thank you to those of you who have actually reached out. Bless you and God replenish you. So the rest of you who are here right now, remember, like this broadcast, okay? Please like it, share it, and then subscribe to my channel. I'm going to see you another time. I'm sorry that we are not taking calls, okay? Because I'll get started. But I promise I'll make it up to you. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I'm coming back to the brunch time with Nyesom. Papa, I just discovered a mystery that said that, do you know that Africa had once colonized Spain? You don't want to know. I'll tell you. They had the name, right? In that history. So From tomorrow, I'm going to do my, what do you call it? I'm going to do my reading from that room. And you can join me from 2 p.m. Our time is now the same. If you're watching me from Nigeria right now, what is the time in Nigeria right now? Tell me. 10:16 p.m. Is that? Anyway, thanks so much, everyone, for your time, okay? I'm going to see you another time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And please take it easy, okay? Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun dayari politico.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presidiot bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. mo ní kán ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.